Welcome back to Warfare Wednesdays here at Chemical Warfare with myself, Chris, and the one and only Kirk, Meister General. Kirk Elliott, how you doing, pal?
Very well, Chris, how are you?
I'm fine. You've just been telling me about your busy week that you've had, Kirk.
Yes,
what have you been doing?
Very busy week. So, first part of the week, we were designing new labels.
Okay.
I mentioned last week that we were going to be changing the couple of the products, the Bomb and the Nitro Pump. So I've reformulated both of those two, and they are very, very good formulas now. So we then went on to the labels, and we've been umming and ahhing on which way we're going to go with it. Mm-hmm. Whether it's going to be kind of like a block look for each product, or if it's going to be something to do with the flavouring being the prominent part of the label. Not going to say any more about it. We're very, very happy with the look. So we're midway through that. I reckon probably finished in 2 or 3 weeks.
Just goes to show for people back home that it does take quite a lot of time to perfect the product and get it the way you want it, in terms of the formula, in terms of the look, in terms of how you're going to distribute it. There's so much work just behind one product, and when you've got quite a lot of products on your product line, there's a huge amount of work that goes into building a product and putting it out there.
It's not easy. It costs a lot as well. You've got to think of, like, we have an in-house graphic designer who's Jimmy's worked with us for like three or 4 years now. You've got his costs to design the labels. You don't get them right straight away. There's lots of different ideas you put out there.
And it always looks different on the print to the digital design as well, doesn't it?
Absolutely. We've actually met a new labelling company now who I kind of clicked with as soon as I spoke to him. And they are actually sending us proofs out before we get the big run of labels printed. Whereas in the past, a lot of the UK labelling companies, they just say, whatever you send us, we print. There's no proofs. So luckily now, with this new company, we can get it embossed, we can get holographic. So the quality, and I think the market really is nowadays, it's not just now about the product, as in like the ingredients. Obviously the taste is very important, but it's also about the final look of the label, the quality of the label. It's on a shelf, people pick it up, and you want people to pick your product up over, and get shelf space over an opposition or competition's brand. So we're putting a lot of effort this time into making sure these labels are in vogue, which is the main thing, where the market's going. Yeah. And we're also spending that bit more money on getting the quality and texture of the labels so it really stands out. So that's what we've been doing for the first part of the week. And like Chris said, it does take a lot of time. We do have a lot of products. We're redoing the original range in the next 7 to 8 weeks. So we're changing the colour of some of the pots. The proteins are probably going to black. Yeah. The optimal performance is staying the same, but we're probably going to get some holographic on the front. Yeah. And the normal chemical warfare stuff, like the bombs and stuff like that, they're going to change. The AM and PM eradicate's going to be reformulated. Hoping to get all this out in 8 weeks' time. Fantastic. So it's giving us another project to do. Mm-hmm. But my American counterparts are very excited with what I've shown them so far. Yeah. We're kind of holding off full distribution to new distributors until we've got this look changed. I know that Russia's just reached out to us as well.
I was just about to say, you got a new distributor this week.
In the last 2 days, a new Russian distributor. So it's kind of like we could rush it and get the brand into Russia. Rush it and get the brand into Russia, you know what I mean? But...
Sorry.
But at the same time, I really want the product to look perfect to get maximum sales. So we're taking a slower path this time. Very good. To get it right.
I mean, the whole brand itself, we've said this many, many times again, the brand is evolving, it constantly changes. There's new ingredients coming out, there's new vogues, like you say, and you're trying to keep up with that trend of product that might be out there. At what point do you become the trend setter?
Well, just to break down a couple of the pre-workout stuff we're doing, and the pump, the non-stim pre, which is the nitro pump. The formula I put together consists of an energy and performance combination, as well as has also got a pump aspect to it, the pre-workout this is, and it's got a very, very strong nootropic profile. We're currently using some of the top new ingredients that are out there. Things that I haven't used before, like nitrosamine, S7, which have had some fantastic reviews, you know, for nitric oxide boosting, and to really get a great pump on whilst you're training. So that's the Bomb. So the complete formula for that, I think, will be something that the market looks at and says, wow, this is
a big statement then.
A big statement product. And the same goes with the nitro pump. That product's been reformulated as a non-stim. It's heavily dosed. And I mean that when you see the formula, it's heavily dosed. Again, we've got some new ingredients in there at much higher than maximal dosages, because the research I've been looking at with some of the pump stuff, I think by putting an extra gram or two in over what most people are using, I think will really give you that effect. Plus, a lot of pump products don't have the nootropic products in it. And there's a couple of products I've been looking at. I've been doing a lot of research recently on other brands worldwide, and a lot tend to have a pre-workout with your pump formula in it and a nootropic, but the pump formula on its own, the non-stim, doesn't have the nootropic side of it. Okay. They kind of use it as a counterpart to the pre, but we're offering the nootropic side of it as well as the pump formula being non-stim for the people who purely don't want to combine it with a stim, you know. So I do believe these two products are super complete. I'm very confident that all review sites, I mean, I've spoke to a couple of people in America about the formulas that we've done, and they're saying that, you know, there's not going to be many people who will outbeat this particular formulation. It's awesome. It's very strong. I'm confident. I've been formulating for years, but I've never really gone all out on something that's obviously expensive to make. There's a lot of different pre-workouts on the market. Some of them are rubbish, and they're just sold by an influencer saying, I'm such and such, there's my pre-workout. Then you've got a kind of a next step up, and then you've got the top. And I think a lot of people financially will put out a product that's in the middle, because a lot of the people, you know, affordability wise, won't want to pay for all the best ingredients put into one product, so it's super expensive. The distributors can't distribute as well. I've kind of made this product the best. I don't think you can really make it any better. So I do think we're hitting a market of people who want a great pump and a great pre-workout, but we're going to try and market it in the position where it's not too outpriced as well.
Wicked. When can we get some samples, Kirk?
Well, we're going to start sampling in 2 weeks. I've had to order different ingredients, some from Australia, America. They'll be arriving in the next couple of weeks. Then we'll start to get the trials done on the flavours. So we've got some new flavours for these, some really...
Can you let the cat out of the bag on those?
No.
No?
Not yet. No, I'm just going to leave a little bit each week for us to tell the viewers Can we do a taste session on here when we... Absolutely.
When we do it?
Absolutely. And what I will do as well, I will be quite happy for anyone who wants to try our new products before they hit the market to just drop us a comment on the video. We'll take your notes down. We'll drop you an inbox, whether it's on YouTube or whatever, and reach out to us, and we'll send you out a sample, like maybe the first 20 people who comment on this YouTube video. We'll send you a free sample out as soon as it's ready. Just put pump or free sample, please, Kirk, with a thumbs up or something, and I'll make sure we send it out so that you'll be the first people to try it.
Awesome.
But yeah, it'll be going out to the review sites possibly 2 weeks before launch, and then it'll be flown around the world. Like I said, Australia, America, India, hopefully Russia, Iraq, Iran. So
mega.
This is something that's very exciting. It's just exciting. I love making new things. I create stuff.
It seems like every time I come, I come once a week to work with you guys and to do some footage, to film this, take some photographs, blah blah blah. But every week you come and there's something new developing all the time. It's not, there's no stagnation, even though we're in a bit of a lockdown situation. Do you know what I mean? Well, you're still but moving forward as a brand.
I think many people will agree with me on this when I say that you've got it for your own mental health and sanity. You have to keep doing something. You know, we've October, November, December. Yeah, pretty difficult. Kind of got a bit miserable. You know, thinking, oh, how are we going to sell this product to people with all the gyms being shut? Then you get over that and you have to then move forward. And I think other brands are moving forward. If you don't move forward, you die.
Yeah.
You know, you have to keep progressing in any business. Also in training, you know, you stop training, you start losing your gains very, very quickly. You start losing your momentum in business. And I think momentum is the key thing in business that will make the difference between getting to the next level. It's all about building up a momentum, and that just means starting off with something very, very small, such as back home, going and buying your food. Yeah, going and buying your food and writing out a training plan, and then slowly each day, even on lockdown, just doing small little bits like, today I'll do my arms. Maybe you don't have weights, maybe you do press ups, sit ups. You can look online at different ways to train from home without, you know, having the right kit. These little things will then progress, and what that'll do is you get momentum moving forward to when the gyms do open. When they open, you're already in it. You don't have to then try and get yourself, oh, I've got to get back up for it again. And I think like with all my staff, we have to keep my staff motivated. You know, we've got to get excited about stuff.
And you've been doing that. Not just through the way you are and working here and as the leader, if you like, of this fantastic group of employees you've got here, but you've been putting out your training videos on a Saturday, and you motivated some of your staff to get into the
Yeah, I mean, I've not actually seen.
You've not even seen it.
I've not even seen it yet.
Do you know how long it took me to edit it? And you've not even had the goal to watch it yet.
The thing is, we found out, it came out 8:30 Saturday night. I've got a 9-month-old daughter.
Oh, here we go.
You know, Sunday was daddy-daughter day, and that was it. So I've not had a chance. Today we've come in.
I'll let you off.
You know, and then each day that's gone by, I've just not had the chance to watch it. So I am going to watch it.
So if you don't know what we're talking about, check our previous video, which will be in the playlist there, which is the training video with Drew Walker over at BMO Gym over in Yorkshire. You training legs with Drew back in November?
Yeah, I think it was end of October.
It's around about a 50-minute video. Starts off with a bit of chit chat, a bit of an update from the gym, because he's done some developments over the gym since last time you went.
Yeah.
And then takes you upstairs to have a look at the area. You get your pre-workouts down your neck, and then you train legs essentially for around about 30
I remember
minutes.
it being a very difficult workout. Did it
I
come across like I
think it started off all right, and you kept the pace. The leg press, I think you were getting to the end of it on there, but then he took you out for lunges.
Oh,
In fact, no, you impressed yourself on the squat rack.
Oh yeah, what was I doing on that?
I think you were doing, I don't want to say the numbers.
3 plates.
I think it was 2.5.
2.5.
2.5 either side.
That's all right.
Yeah, and I think you were saying to yourself, you'd be lucky if you get 2. And I remember you saying you were impressed with your.
I'll have to watch it tonight.
Yeah, it's a good watch, man.
Yeah, I'm just literally not the time to watch it.
But yeah, it's over on well, it's here on YouTube. You can check it out. It's called Making Muscle, and it's part 2 of the 12-week challenge that Kirk has put himself up for. You've already made some massive gains, man.
Yeah, I've been struggling a bit.
In what way?
Eating the food.
It took you about an hour to eat that plate.
So this is actually a new product that I'm going to develop. I'm going to develop a real food product. I know there's a couple of them. I know Rich Piana had one back in the day called Real Food, and it's basically all of your sweet potato powder, blueberry powder, all different kinds of real foods that have been condensed into a tub. So instead of having to eat it, you drink it. And that's something that Chemical Warfare I'm thinking of bringing out, purely because I'm struggling to eat the food consistently, like 6-7 meals a day. I think in the mornings especially, I prefer to drink something.
Is it because you're not hungry? Is it an appetite thing? Or is it literally you're struggling to get it in?
No, I'm struggling. It's an appetite thing.
It's an appetite thing?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just struggling.
It's not like you're just leveling up with rice and chicken up here.
No, it's just like even the food's like being marinated. Like Simon's been cooking the chicken stuff. It's just it's becoming like rubbery.
Right.
And just he'll come in next meal. Oh, no, another meal again. I remember back in the day how great it was to be big, and I was like, yeah, I can't wait to be big again. You know, really looking forward to it. And then as soon as I'm doing it, I'm remembered now how hard it was to get the meals down. And it's like every 3 hours. So over the weekend, 2.5 hours in, putting the oven back on again. 2.5 hours in, putting the oven back on again. I was like, it feels like I'm constantly prepping my food.
Yeah.
Because obviously I'm very fortunate that Simon's cooking for me at the weekends for my week.
I know we don't all have these Michelin chefs, working for us and able to cook our food for us back home, all these bodybuilders.
But that is
that is a perk for your business. Obviously, you need that. It's a huge bonus to be able to have that. But still, it's the food you can't get down.
I mean, people who don't have that, it's very, very difficult, especially if you're a professional, to live a professional life, go home, have a family life, and prep all your meals. It's very difficult, especially when you're going to eat a lot. I mean, 6 meals a day, it's difficult to get down. Plus the fact, I feel very lethargic off it.
You said that before, actually.
It's,
have you done your cardio, by the way?
No, I'm upping my cardio now.
Okay.
I'm going out tonight for a walk at 7. But I've done quite a lot of cardio this weekend. I've scaled down a little bit of the food I'm taking in, and I've introduced a little bit more cardio. I think I got a bit excited. Okay. Kind of like, let's eat. So the first week or two, I was eating loads, and then I was seeing all these gains, but I was eating too much.
Right.
As fat was coming on, and my body was kind of like lots of weight, huge influx of weight quickly, which, muscle memory, but at the same time, I just wanted to sleep loads. So it's like counterproductive running a business,
Fair enough.
But yeah.
But training's going well.
Training's going well, yeah.
Are you looking forward to when the gyms do open? Are you going to carry on training in this gym, or are you going to go to a bigger one? Or?
No, I'm, there's certain body parts I'm going to keep training here.
Yeah. And
then I'm going to go back to 100% fitness in Cleveland's, train my back and legs there. There's certain, like I said, we've got lots of compound stuff here, so I don't need to, but definitely legs. I'm missing a hamstring curl, leg extension, adductor, hack squat. Certain things for legs, you kind of, especially for your knees. I can't just be squatting on a Smith machine all the time.
Yeah.
Especially with the weight I'm carrying at the moment, I'd prefer the hack squat just takes the angle, it takes it off my knees, protects my knees and my hips more. So yeah, I'll be going back to Carl's. Plus, it'd be great to see people again.
That's true.
Plus the fact we're going to be going to loads of different gyms all over the country.
That's right, guys. We are doing a bit of a series, basically going around gyms around the UK, visiting different people, bodybuilders, training with them, promoting the brand, taking products down there, launching certain products at different gyms. It's going to be huge, but it's all something we look forward to as soon as the gyms do start to open. Yeah. But what are your kind of grand plans for that? Have you got any set dates or ideas of where we might be going?
Well, we spoke to a lot of the ambassadors on our WhatsApp group, and they've put a lot of names forward.
Okay.
Wales, London, Birmingham, just to say a few. Simon is kind of going to coordinate with Amelia, who does all of our social media. They're going to kind of coordinate where we're going to be going to. So they'll be speaking to the team, seeing which gyms are wanting us to come down and have open days, and are allowing us to film there. I mean, regulations are still quite tight, so I'm not too sure how many we can get down. Yeah. We're trying to pick the people in each area, because we've got ambassadors from all over the country. We're going to try, if you're available in that area, it'd be perfect to go to the gym or the supplement store as well. There's a lot of stores that we're going to be doing a tour with, but especially when we get the new look and the new formulas. I'll do a heavy push there in the UK. There'll be a lot of samples available as well, guys, that I've not done before. So there'll be a lot of samples going out. So whoever wants a sample, we'll stick that on the website. Magic. Buy a shaker, get a free sample, something like that, so you can try it. Yeah. But yeah, I'm really excited about it.
So does that mean that we can take Warfare Wednesdays on tour?
Absolutely.
And do them on location?
Absolutely.
A bit like the new Grand Tours on Amazon. When they just set up somewhere in the middle of a desert or something like that.
Absolutely.
We can go to the middle of we can go to the middle of, I don't know, Swanage. And set up in a car park somewhere.
Absolutely.
But no, we should take the telly with us and set it up like this, and then get people involved and throw samples in.
I think it's what it needs.
Not at them,
it's what it needs. I think we need to be out and about. I mean, I've always said in business, the best way to make deals is to meet people face to face, and to get people to try what you're trying to sell. Try this. What do you think of it? This is how it works. Explain to people why we've made it like that, and straight away then people are encouraged to make repeat purchases and to get on board with what you're trying to do, you know, so be part of the brand. You really meet people. It's great doing this, and it's great that we've survived the pandemic, and it's time for everyone now to get back into society as soon as possible, because it's bloody difficult just seeing the same people.
It is.
I mean, luckily we are seeing people. That, you know, my missus hasn't seen anyone for a year, so she's desperate.
Only you, bless her.
Only me. Could you imagine? Could you imagine just coming back and it's just me talking to her non-stop?
But one of your biggest selling factors for your products is the quality of the ingredients that go in, the accuracy of those ingredients as well, and the quality of the performance that you will receive from those products. I want to talk about something that I don't know much about, is kind of the protein illusion. The protein kind of industry out there that's not 100%. Like, is there a culture of proteins that don't have what they say they do on the back of the labels, would you say?
Well, there's been a lot of companies over the years, some small companies, some big companies, who've been done for different types of manipulation of proteins.
Okay.
So,
I don't want you to name any names.
I'm not going to name any names.
Or go too far into it.
But people can Google stuff like that. One of the big things that a lot of companies have been done for in the States is BCAAs, is like amino spiking. So basically, when you do a breakdown in a laboratory of how much macronutrients are in a product, such as protein, carbs, and fats, it'll be put through like a centrifuge kind of thing, and they'll heat it or whatever, and it'll come out the quality of what it should state on the label. Now, with amino spiking, you're basically pumping up your protein content or your levels by using an amino acid rather than the protein powder, which is cheaper. Okay. So there's a couple of, it's well documented. I'm not going to mention it, but there's a lot of big companies. Arnold Schwarzenegger was part of one of them.
Wow.
It probably wasn't after he found out what's going on. No. You know, and then there's other ways, like basically a lot of companies will then water the products down with like a filler is like maltodextrin. So I personally, it's very easy to tell a product that isn't, you know, just from the texture. Okay. So I think, like I said, I don't want to go too far into it.
But it does happen.
It happened more, I'd say, around 10 years ago. Okay. I think the market's very wise now. The consumer's very wise. They understand different textures. They understand what they're looking for on the labels. And I think the majority of people who did that have disappeared. Right. Fair enough. I've not heard anything for a while about stuff like that. But I'd say 10 years ago it was bigger. Fair enough.
Okay, but on that note, I'm going to suggest that on Warfare Wednesdays this week, we've had our 4th episode. We're a month in. I'm going to suggest we give one of these away to somebody. Yeah. Run a little competition on YouTube, exclusively to YouTube. And you can basically choose any flavour of OP3 Whey. Is that okay with you? Because I didn't ask you.
Sorry.
But I think we should run a little comp. You can make the rules up now on the spot if you want, or I can make them up.
You can make them up, Chris, since you've already sold my tub or given it away.
All right, okay. Dock it out my wages. So OP3 Whey, choose any flavour. Dave, what do you think you should do? Comment, like, share, what? Comment?
All three.
All three, okay. Like the video, comment on the video, and share it to your social media page. When you do that, make sure you tag us so we can see. Make sure you comment on, what should the comment be? I'll let you choose that, Kirk. Chris is the biggest here.
Yeah, Chris is the biggest here with a K. With a K.
Okay, comment Chris is the biggest here.
Yeah.
It's Kirk's favourite saying, but he usually talks about himself. See, just throw it in the comments. You never know, you might get yourself a nice free OP3 Whey, which is 1.8 kilograms, 25 gram protein shake, 114 calories, 1.8 grams of carbs, 0.5 grams.
So just a little breakdown, we're talking about proteins then. So
go on.
A lot of proteins that are normally on the market will be around about 21 grams of protein. That's a 70%. Okay, so basically there's 10% of it will have had like a filling agent or maltodextrin put in it to reduce the price. That's basically how it works. Yeah. Okay, ours is a 25 gram. Now a normal 80% is 24 grams. It'll be slightly different with the flavouring added, so you'll sometimes see that. You'll sometimes see different variations of when people put on it as dry weight, which is before the flavours have gone in. We've actually not just used the concentrate on its own. We've also put hydrolyzed whey and whey isolate in, which is a higher concentration of protein per gram. This then gives us 25 grams rather than 24. So this is kind of like as good as an isolate, actually.
Yeah.
It's as good as an isolate. And it's also got the digoxime in it as well for any people with any lactose problems. So personally, I don't think there's many products better than that protein-wise on the market. Obviously, it's a little bit more expensive because it's got better quality ingredients in that the protein, the 25 grams comes from. All of our products, like I said, I was just trying to make them that little bit better than the standard products on the market. Not taking anything away from products that are 24 grams of protein or 21 grams. They've all got a purpose. Like 21 grams is perfect after you've trained, you know, because you want some carbs in it. Carbs is something that you use up. You use up glycogen when you train. You use it as fuel, and then you need to put it back in again after. So again, this is very fast-acting product, straight into the system. Especially very good for people who are on a diet, you know, on a low-carb diet, and it comes in really cool flavours.
There you go.
So yeah,
Belting. So yeah, if you do want to get yourself one of those, please comment in the Chris is the biggest here.
I want the muscle sign as well.
If you put Kirk is the biggest here, I'm going to send you the smaller version of this because they come in 2 sizes.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that.
So Chris is the biggest here. But yeah, feel free to comment on the YouTube channel as well as our social media. Make sure you go to Chemical Warfare Subs.
Chemical Warfare Subs, yeah.
And you can find us on Facebook as well, Chemical Warfare. But make sure you do check out our new video, which is coming out on Saturday.
Yes.
What's happening there?
Myself and Lukas Gabris.
What's happening? Training.
So we went to Wales just before lockdown.
Yep.
Was it Christmas?
It was like, I think it was like...
It was Christmas.
Wasn't it?
Was
like...
before we went into the full national.
Yeah.
We were training chest. So Lukas, I've never met, actually I have met him in person about 10 years ago when he was with another brand, and I'd forgotten how big he was. So when he turns up, he's got all of his gear on and you can't really see how big he is, and we do a whole chest session, and this is what I love about Lukas. A lot of guys can't wait to reveal the physique. Yeah.
Okay.
They're very quick to get the vests on, you know, look at me in the gym kind of thing. Lukas kept covered up the whole session, if I remember rightly. And at the very, very end, when I don't even think it was anything to do anything, I think he was just changing his top. He took his top off, turned around, and I was like, shit, he's fucking massive.
He's the biggest.
He's the biggest. He's
the
big.
biggest.
I think he was about 21 stone.
Yeah.
And I mean,
he was in shape.
He was in shape, and he said to me, he's in shape all year round. He never goes past maybe, 4 to 6 weeks out of show condition, really.
Right. Yeah.
He's got the size. It's just refining it. Yeah, he doesn't need any more muscle. But he kind of reminds me of a cartoon character. You know, when you just see, everything's like supersized, 3D, kind of like you've drawn him.
He's got a very pleasing look.
Yeah. He's a very, very positive. His mindset's great. Very positive person to be around.
Well, you'll see when he throughout the workout, he's talking to the camera to explain certain protocols of training and different methods and things like that, and the reason why he does it the way he does it. And I remember you came away from that feeling really energized and good about yourself.
Certain people, being around them, and it's not just in bodybuilding. I've met people in all different times in my life. Certain people give you a feeling where when you come away from them, you actually want to train more, or you want to go and do something, or you just want to be a better person.
Yeah. Dave has that effect on me.
Yeah, Dave makes me want to eat actually every time I look at him. Sorry, Dave.
Big Dave.
Whenever I'm like Dave, I always go to McDonald's. I've not seen Dave for 2 weeks. I've actually lost a couple of pounds. I'm joking, Dave. He's not even saying anything as well. He's being picked on. It's way out of order.
He's not got a microphone. He's not allowed to speak. He's just listening to us.
He just has to take it. It's all right. I'll buy you a burger later, Dave.
He's already had one. We went to McDonald's.
Did you really? Fucking hell.
Yeah, we had
Not
to.
a shock.
Yeah. Carry on, Lucas. Training. Feeling good about yourself?
Yeah, he's a great guy. Very, very knowledgeable on the sport. He's great with his diet. And he's given me a lot of good pointers, you know, stuff that I've then incorporated when I'm training, and also in my diet as well.
Yeah.
And I think one thing I will take away from it is let's not go too far away from where our kind of stage and weight needs to be at. I think you're just carrying, I mean, like I said to you before, I've put on a little bit too much weight too quick and I don't feel good for it. And we're not here just to lug around loads of weight, we've got to be functional. You know what I mean? The whole point of life is to be mobile and to be able to possibly jump up and down and run. And when you're kind of that big that it's stopping you from doing the basics, I think you just need to rein it in. So little things that he said resonated with me recently, and I took a lot away from that. Good guy.
Well, you can look forward to seeing that. That's on Saturday coming. So make sure you tune into that one on YouTube. But after that week, you are, because you've told me already, you're going to start to go onto a bit of a diet, more cardio and things like that to shed some of that weight.
Well, that's it.
Bring in some shape.
I mean, so I've been thinking long and hard about where do I want to look after these 12 weeks. So we're on week 3. You know, that gives me like 9 weeks. So from my competing history in the past, really I should actually be like dialing in now, really. But at the same time, I've not had access to a proper gym, and I'm kind of like, I want to get bigger, well, more muscle, not to get any fatter. So I'm kind of going to work it out now and get the right macronutrient levels, so I'm actually putting the protein on, but kind of slowly, the fat's slowly coming off. Yeah. We'll see where we go with it. I do want to I want to look trim at the end of it though. I don't just want to look like a big guy. I want to look like defined.
Yeah, like me.
No, not quite like you. And definitely not like no. But no, I do definitely want to look defined at the end of it.
That's good. I mean,
the viewers are going to want to see that.
You want to take a physique and to be proud of, basically. That's what you're after, isn't it? You know what I mean? So, well, all credit to you, mate, for sticking to it, and we've got quite a few more weeks to go yet. So we'll be filming next week, you doing some cardio and looking at your meals and things like that. That's what we're going to be putting out the following week. Yeah. So plenty more to come from that. And don't forget, always like and subscribe. Make sure you press that bell button on there for us. And if you do want to win an OP3 Whey, all you need to do is like on the post, on the YouTube comments. Make sure you put in there, Chris is the biggest here. And then feel free to share it as well. You don't. I mean, we can't monitor everybody's
Chris
shares.
can be the biggest, guys. Just watch this. So Chris has got a certain knack of out-angling people, especially at big events such as William Bonac.
William Bonac
Who else you out-angled? Zach Kahn, maybe?
Zach Kahn, twice.
Yeah. Who else? Cutler?
Sorry?
Cutler? Phil Heath?
No,
Out-angled Phil Heath.
Well, yeah.
Go on, do you want to show them what it's all about?
If you get the right angle on it there like that, you get a bit close to the camera, you can really, I mean, look at the size of that, it's a monster. Look at the size of it.
I think someone's a bit delusional.
Hey, it could be worse.
It could be.
It could be worse.
No, we can't keep picking on Dave. We can't keep picking on Dave.
No, we can, that's
Watch that still, Dave, it looks like it's about to break.
It's
squeaking.
Squeaking. Right, we've got to wrap up now because you've got a phone call to take, business one.
Yeah.
In Russian.
Vlad!
Can you do a Russian accent?
Vlad! Pass me the vodka!
A Russian. Don't you might offend them.
Don't let me do it.
Right, we're going to wrap up now, guys. We will see you again next week for another Warfare Wednesdays. Thanks very much, Kirk.
Yep, been a pleasure, guys. Take care, and we look forward to speaking again next Wednesday.
That's the first time you finished it.
I know.
Bye.
Bye. Dave's working on being the second biggest. You beast.
Right, we might have to do a couple of takes here. Because Kirk doesn't
You
know what
reckon?
he's talking about.
Oh, whatever.
What do you mean?
You were working with the novice last week.
Sorry?
You were working with the novice last week. Right,
He's
come on,
turning
then.
into a fucking diva now, isn't he? I need a script.
If he dies, he dies.
Simultaneously.
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 Simultaneously. Giddy up, little cowboy.
My name's Kirk and I want American accent. We've had a busy week.
Yeah, that's been pretty busy so far.
Tell us what you've been up to then.
Well, we've been. Do you know what? I have no fucking idea what we've been up to. It's Monday.
It's Monday. Oh, do that then.
No,
We'll
you
just go
can't
through
hit me
that.
with what have you been doing this week.
That's the whole
All
point
I've
of
been
the
doing is
fucking
watching you
show.
paint.
It's an update show.
All
If
was
I
watch you
asked
paint.
if I asked
This
you
week
what-
I've watched you paint, that's it. What have you been up to? Watching you paint. 2 meals, watched you paint, made a few phone calls. I've been eating and sleeping and training.
That's 3,
Let's go.
2, 1. Welcome back to Warfare Wednesdays here at Chemical Warfare.
Episode 3.
4?
Episode 3? No, episode 3.
It's 4.
Oh fuck, episode 4. Time flies so quickly.